like a memorial before God. I want to ask my wife to come up, to come up. She had an incredible dream and encounter. I really feel it's key. I want y'all to pray into this. Francis Pranzian, he was looking at all the different times in revival history, and there was not a revival that didn't start with intercession. And he looked at the Jesus movement, and he thought, God, where were the intercessors? And the Lord told him it was all the praying mothers who were praying during that time when there was the heroin epidemic that was sweeping away a whole generation, the drug culture that had gripped the generation. And my wife had a dream. I feel like it's really key. So go ahead and share the dream, baby.
First, I want to say we're going to be going to the Lincoln Memorial once again. I meant to the Washington Monument there in D.C. And we're going to be praying as women. We're going to gather on October 9th, and we're going to release something that I believe is going to really represent bringing upper room to this nation. We're going to see a Joel 2 outpouring. We're going to see it in our time, so be encouraged. I'm going to share the dream now. In this dream, I was standing at the Lincoln Memorial, and I was surrounded by thousands and thousands of women as far as the eye could see, and I heard a voice shouting in the background, "It's time," which I knew in the dream the voice was Lou Engle. And he was shouting, "It's time for the women preachers to arise. It's time for the women voices to arise." And as he's shouting this, these women begin to take off like horses. They begin to charge the stage as Lou began to shout this. And in the dream, I walked slowly onto the stage, and Lou Engle looked at me. He goes, "Well, I guess I'm done here." And I said, "No, Lou, you're not done. It's time for you, like Elijah, to cast an Elijah mantle on a generation of Elisha women." And he said, "Well, what do you mean by that?" I said, "Well, just like me, when I was 22 years old and I attended my first call, which I actually did, I wasn't just marked, but I was branded." And because if I was marked, it could be erased, but this is an eternal brand. And then in the dream, Lou goes, "Well, you come with me." And we go down on an elevator at the Lincoln Memorial. And he said, "When you enter this room, I want you to lay hands on them." I don't know what Lou's talking about, but I walk in a room and there's thousands of women wrapped in black burqas, wrapped in Islamic garbs, wrapped in religious garbs, and they're waiting as if they were waiting for the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. They were tarrying. They were waiting for the Western church to wake up. And they were looking up. They were looking for him, the beautiful one. And in the dream, all along the walls were empty Coca-Cola bottles. And I woke up from the dream sobbing and weeping. And I told my husband the dream. And he said he believes there's an emancipation proclamation coming, and that the women's prayers have gone up to the Lord as a memorial. And we are about to see one of the greatest outpourings in human history, because God used women to birth the revivals in the earth. It's the wailing women. It's time for you to open up your mouth and turn the tide of history. So I just want to pray for you. Women, lift up your hands, because I believe out of your belly, this stream of revival is going to turn America back to God. It's going to turn, it's going to clean the shedding of innocent blood. We're going to see it removed off of the nation. So God, right now, I cry out to you. I pray my dream, release an emancipation proclamation, God. Take the burqas off of us. Take the religious garbs off of us. Release the mourning. Release the spirit of travail over America. Open up the womb in which you can birth revival. Come on, mothers. Come on, mothers. Come on, mothers. You cry out.
Release the spirit of travail, God. We call forth the wailing women.